What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Subnautica. So that's exactly what's been going on the last couple days. I haven't recorded in a bit. It's been definite, literal Subnautica, and so today we're going to try and get down with the Sub-Isika. So I think that what I wanted to do today is I was really strongly considering over the weekend the possibility of creating an underwater base. And to do that, I think that I need, let's have a look here. I'm pretty sure that I need to find myself a constructor or like a builder or something. So that right there looks like the thing that I want, but I don't really know where I want to build my base either. And so our adventures today are going to be twofold. We need to go find some opal, which is not that difficult. That should be fairly easy, I think, unless I just lucked out of it. I thought there was some at the bottom of the ocean over here, but it appears to be gone. I went to my crate and I would almost swear that I put opal in here, but there's no opal to be found. And so unfortunately, since we have no opal, I think for now we're probably gonna have to go run that down. And then we also want to start looking for a suitable place to start our base. So let's be gone without a trace. Bring your mace, because you never know when you have to spray it in a sea monster's face. The dispersion patterns I don't think would help very much underwater. I think that definitely the aerosol nature of the mace probably going to be undermined by the fact that we're underneath like a bajillion tons of liquid. But still, what do you know about anything? What do you know about anything? Let's see here. Well, let's go get some air, and let's find a spot that's really sort of looking suitable. What the hell was that over there? Oh, that's kelp. Okay, that scared me. I was like, that better not be a dorsal fin. That better not be a dorsal fin. I'm upset right now. Nope, no dorsal fins allowed. Not a single one. So we got that. Is there any way to deal with those little things right there yet? Have they actually implemented that? Opal was on those little, it was on like those little algae fungal things that grow right here. These right here, I think, are the opal thingies. Yep. We needed a couple of those actually, and we can't just pull those off the wall. Okay. So we're going to have to go through like so and cleave them off the wall. Okay. Making our own literal Cleveland right here. We'll grab that. Awesome. I guess it's not Cleveland, it's Clevewater. I don't think Clevewater just doesn't have the same, it doesn't have the same ambiance, decorum, I suppose. It just doesn't sound quite as good. I think I like Cleveland better. Then again, I am a land mammal. Therefore, these things tend to be a little bit more attractive to me. Apparently, I swim faster when I don't have my knife out. The game, as somebody said, is like an inverse, like, I guess an inverse Counter-Strike. It's a little bit weird. But still, we need to get, you know what, forget this. We have batteries. We can do this right now. I'm allowed to be lazy and just hold on to my frogman to get around. I feel like they buffed the speed on this thing. I feel like it's a lot faster than it used to be. So for this to work, we needed opal, we needed silver, and we needed something else. Because we need to make a computer chip, which is right. Ah, there it is. Never mind. We got the computer chip. I picked up the extra. Yep, it was the quartz that I was wondering around. I've got a couple actually processors laying around my house right now. They look just like that. They're up inside of my, I don't know. They're up inside around here somewhere. I got like a big box full of processors. For some reason, before I get rid of all my old rigs, before I build a new one, I always get rid of my old one after I build a new one. And I always keep the processor for some reason. I usually sell the graphics card, and any of the parts that's actually lucrative, I actually usually sell those off on Craigslist or whatever. Works out pretty well to offset the cost of building a new rig. But as a secondary, I always keep the processor for some reason. Oh, we already have the stuff. Well, hell, let's make a builder then. Yup. Call me Bob. That thing, it's like the eye builder. It's got kind of like, I like the pearl coating. I'm down with that. That's pretty cool. There's something to be said about style points here. Wait. Did I ever do anything with the analyzer? Oh, all my fragments are gone. I remember leaving some fragments in there. It's a little bit weird that they have now been vanquished. Unfortunately, I don't know where they went. We'll have to track those down a little bit later. Nothing to worry about for the moment. Let's go and... So how does this work? Oh, that's how it works. Okay. Well, that'll be cool. I'm really, really excited about this. I don't know if I have to... Interestingly enough, I guess you need the titanium so that you can start the foundation off. And so I guess the first thing we'll want to do is maybe gather up some extra. This is an update that I skipped because I really didn't feel like sea bases were enough to warrant an entire series. And so this is a new thing for me. I've never seen this mechanic before. And so since the mechanic is unfamiliar to me, obviously we should let him have a little bit of screen time. What's wrong with lending some screen time to unfamiliar mechanic? Everybody needs a mechanic every now and again. Every mechanic was unfamiliar until you gave him your business the first time. Little philosophizing with Splattercat. A little bit of that sophistry, whatever. Let's see here. There's got to be more metal around here. Can I even hold more? If I can't hold more, this is kind of a pointless jaunt. And unfortunately, I can't move anything around either. It looks like our food and water is going to be a tad low. I should probably go and get some vessels. But I think those come out at night. And so if we wanted to get some vessels, we got to wait till nighttime. But until then, we could probably grab a couple peepers. They're jumping around up here. I also wanted to tame one of the little ichthyosaur things, because they looked like they would be good friends to have under the ocean. However, it wasn't permanent, which really sort of bummed me out. I was hoping you could make a friend for life. I was like, yay, friends for life. Me and my ichthyosaur. Bomp, bomp. I got a cartoon series, me and my ichthyosaur. They're not really ichthyosaurs, because ichthyosaurs were enormous. They were like gray whales. They were goddamn huge. If you've ever actually seen an ichthyosaur, they were pretty enormous. Pretty intimidating. Takes some getting used to. A little bit of copper right there. Not going to complain about it, because I always need copper. Should probably... Well, let's just continue. I can fit one more piece of metal up inside my britches. Got lots of pockets in this suit, weirdly enough. And so... Oh, there they are right there. Hey, what's up, guys? You want to come with me real fast? Yes. I mean, obviously you probably don't because you enjoy living, but if you're like most sea creatures, you're probably just like brainless instinct floating around anyways. I realize that's very... The brush that I am wielding is incredibly broad right now. There are some really smart animals in the ocean. However, your average just random fish, kind of hit or miss. A little bit spotty on the intelligence spectrum. Some of them are, like jellyfish, for example. Don't even ask me how those work. Jellyfish, like, they have no sentience. They just, like, float around and exist. That's all that they do. They don't even know that they exist, as far as I can tell. A new creature was discovered. The air sac has been... Something's weird with my save right now. I'm pretty sure we've already had an air sac. Let's make ourselves a little bit of water. I do wish that I could make multiple stacks from this. It would make my life a lot easier. Sincerely, it would. I wish that you could actually maybe hold it down and it would produce faster or something. It would be nice. It would be a pleasurable thing for them to add, because doing this all by hand, while not cumbersome, like it's first world problems for realsies, it's like me sitting here being like, oh my god, this takes so much effort. Just being, you know, wimpy about it. However, it's not that bad. I'm just saying, for ease and convenience, they could do it. So what we need right now is to turn some of this into titanium. So there's 3 more titanium right there. I'm actually going to dig a whole bunch of titanium out of bottom of the regions where I normally store things. So let's see here. Do I have any titanium in here? I doth. Throw the opal in there. I almost said let's throw the opium in there. I'm like, no, we're not an opium smuggler right now. We don't have that going on. Throw the copper ore up in there. Oh, this is looking pretty schmexy. Alright, so let's go down to the bottom. Crack that open. Yeah, because I know I got more titanium in here somewhere. And I think this is probably going to be a fairly expensive job. And you'll forgive me as I pan and scan around a little. I'm trying to figure out where I want to go with all this. Really sort of trying to formulate where the best place to put my base is going to be at. I think going towards maybe the red biome is probably the smartest idea, because that'll give me ready access to like expensive loot that I need. However, it's open to interpretation. Obviously, I don't think it's that difficult to build a base, so if you guys have any opinions about it, hey, what's up, buddy? I have peepers. You want a peeper? Did he eat it? What just happened? I feel like I should maybe have another one, just in case, but oh well. Let's go find the red biome. I'm going to stay away from those mace tails over there. I recall them doing quite a considerable amount of damage to where they could put the sting on you if they wanted to. Are you my friend, or are you trying to bite me? I can't decide. He's trying to bite me. Great. Brings whole new meaning to the phrase, bite me. We got some floaters over here. Everybody says they're just floating through life, but really I think that's a vast underestimation of their skills. They're actually pretty strong, too. Quite gooey as well. Probably be able to make glue or something out of them. They're great. Typical human. Come down to the bottom of the ocean and appraise the value of a living creature and be like, I bet I could turn this into glue. What's next? You gonna sell me? You gonna go public with the corporation so that my species is wiped out in droves? I'm like, whoa, calm down. I think we're extrapolating here a little bit. I mean, I feel like I could probably turn you into some kind of adhesive, but it would just be me. I don't think I'm gonna profit off your destruction. It's not what I want to do right now. I mean, if push came to shove. If I could find enough peepers, maybe, but it seems like you guys are kind of limited already. Like, whoa, what are you trying to say? That I'm not smart? I'm like, no, I'm just saying, I think you're reading into this a little bit too aggressively. I think you need to calm down right now. I'm like, I think you need to calm down right now. And I'm like, you know what, Floater, I'm just going to be on my way. How about that? Okay, so there's the biome that I was looking at right there. It's actually on the opposite side. Actually, okay, so that's in a different spot than I thought it was. My navigation is all kinds of weird, where in order to find my way around, I do like this big circle around everything. Over here might not be a terrible idea, because if I remember right, this is the sea nostril that takes us all the way down into the mushroom biome. Yes, indeed, I am correct on that one. So, I like being correct. Every now and again, I really like to focus on being correct. It doesn't happen very often, and our depth just turned yellow. I don't know how that affects our oxygen expenditure or how that affects our long-term survivability, but let's just say for a moment that I wanted to put in a foundation right here, and we would make this our base. Would that be a strategy that could be employed properly? Like, is the foundation what I need first? I might mess this up. I'm just letting everybody know. This might not work out so great. That looks like it would give me a pretty good amount of space, actually. Yeah, let's do it. That humming noise right there. Give us a couple more. Wait, what is that? +2 to hull strength? Okay, so that's interesting. Let's continue with the foundations, shall we? Awesome. Make some dubstep out of that. Wobble, wobble, building bases. Wobble, wobble, on the ground. Building, building, wobble bases. Wobble, wobble, make a pound. See if we can make our own dubstep? Yep, the joys of being on YouTube. I think that the walls are going to glitch through our base, but I think I can deal with that. It doesn't bother me as much as it seems to bother some people. Some people are like, oh my god, the collision is going into my base. I am losing my freaking mind right now. And I'm like, no, I'm not one of those people. I'm actually pretty okay with it. Pretty okay with it, or ugly okay with it. I don't know what my appraisal is right now in terms of human gorgeousness. I mean, I could be ugly okay with it and it probably wouldn't bother me. Hey, what are you? It's a Reginald? He's beautiful. Look at the Reginald. Look at him wave in the water. The undersea Reginald can be found. You gotta do the David Attenborough thing. David Attenborough probably has one of the most beautiful voices ever invented by man. If you don't know who that is, he does lots of nature documentaries. And he's actually the brother, you know the professor from Jurassic Park? Well, that was Robert Attenborough, I think. David Attenborough is his brother. Now, I could actually partially obscure this. Maybe if I built over the top of it, I could put a hatch in the bottom, and then we could just dive straight into the tunnel, maybe? That might work out. I don't know if there's going to be placeable lamps or anything like that, but that might be a cool idea. I don't know. How much titanium do we have left? I feel like we're going to need more. Yeah, we're out of titanium. So, let's get our titanium on. Those are actually just 2D model things. I don't think we can actually touch those. Let's go find some metal. I think we can find it in this little ichthyosaur environment over here. Oh, I'm out of energy. I was saying, like, why am I swimming so slowly right now? This seems so cumbersome and incompetent. What is going on? Incompetent, inconvenient, all kinds of bad stuff happen to me right now. I want that metal. Hey, let me have that metal. Yep, it's mine now. You can't catch me. I'm too fast. I'm too fast. I'm too speedy. I'm jetting all over the ocean right now, taking all your stuff. This is an undersea jacking right now, son. Look what just happened to you. Step your guard duty game up.
30 seconds
No.
of oxygen remaining.
My age-old weakness as a human being has come up to bite me, along with the ichthyosaur. Get like a couple more seconds worth of air. Alright, we got this now. I need to get back down in here. Maybe get like 2 or 3 more of these. I went through a lot of titanium right there, so it's a tad bit embarrassing. Ooh, there's a fragment right there. Do I need that? Stasis rifle fragment. I know that I can see it before I pick it up, but there's so many bad things around here that all want to harm me that I find that it might be a better idea for me just to move forward quickly. We got some copper ore right there, which is pretty good. Gonna need that for electronics later on. I'll hold on to it. Ah, a little bit of salt right there. I think I'll take that along. I know we have some salt, but I'm never one to turn it down when I see it laying around. So there's a little bit more salt. Now, people said that when I dig sand, you either get quartz or you get salt out. I don't know if that's true. I don't think that it is. I don't think that I'm getting anything out when I dig stuff. I can dig it. I can definitely dig it, but it doesn't appear as though things are happening. What is that? Titanium? Yep, totally need that. Alright, so back home we go for right now. Everything's over there. I might actually bring the sea moth back down so I don't have to dive for air. I know I could put the pipes down in from the roof. Or, I'm sorry, from the roof. From the roof sky ceiling. I could put the pipes down from the top of the ocean, the surface. But I don't know if that would actually be the best plan. Let me store some stuff first, and then we'll worry about getting ourselves fed. We'll go back down. We'll work on our base again. And I think this is going to be really, really awesome. I'm excited about the possibilities of this base that we're building. I think this spot is really going to work out for us. Let's jump up inside of there. Okay. All right. All of them. Yeah. We'll get rid of... That's full, unfortunately. But the one that's... Oh, my God. I'm stuck. Okay, so the one that's underwater, however... Hey, walk forward. Every now and again... my keys stop responding. I don't know what causes that, whether it's on my side or the game side, but it happens. It happens. So we've got this right here. Open up the storage. Okay, we've got silver ore, gold. What I'm more interested in storing right now is the copper. And I don't really need the stasis rifle fragment, so I'll just float that for right now. Yep, littering in the ocean, Splattercat style. And then from there, we're going to have to make dinner in just a moment, because my character is quite famished. He's feeling a tad peckish. It's in order to keep him from doing the human chicken routine here. Let's make dinner, shall we? Like a cooked Reginald? That sounds good. That's a lot larger than I thought the fish was. That is a really, really large fish. So we get 27 out of that? Oh my god, that's amazing. That sounds great. And then we'll cook up the other one too. So we'll cook up the Gary fish. Pretty sure those are named after people on the development staff. All the fish seem a lot larger than I remember. There we go. And so that should hold us over for a little bit. I'm going to save the air sac for later simply because I need it to get water. And so actually I could use it right now. We could actually make full use of it. So let's use that to get some filtered water. That should hold us over at least until the end of the episode where I can go out and hunt and get us some more fish. But for now, it's time to get our titanium on. And so that'll give us 12 more titanium. Not really getting a ton out of this ordeal, however, I think it should be enough to where we can finish like the foundations maybe. This might be like one of those long-term building opportunities that takes me a couple episodes to get in between all the random food farming and stuff like that. However, we got 12 right there. Okay. So let's go, let me grab this out real fast, and let me see what it's going to cost me. So if I have a basic, it's going to be 2 for the corridor, a T corridor, an L corridor. Do they just have, like, a room? Like, how do you just build a room? Like, how does that work? Because we've got the fabricator right there. We've got the fragment analyzer, the specimen analyzer. So we've got that, and then does the corridor go on top of that? Like, how do we make ourselves a room out of all this? As I recall, there was some kind of thing that I could sink at the bottom of my base before. Let's bring the sea moth on this one, I guess. I dented my sea moth by running into it because I'm a noob like that. Alright, so where we needed to go, I need to make sure that everything is where it goes right now. Okay, so I needed to go this way. This is how I get on over here. And so if we tool around for a little bit, we should be able to find what we're looking for. What's down in there? Not much for right now. That's okay. I'm not looking for anything much at the moment anyways. And that took us straight to the redstone biome. See, there's something to be said about the way that I navigated before in keeping me from getting lost. There it is. Alright, so we'll jump on out of the sea moth. Let's get down in here with our constructor and see what we can accomplish. What the hell is that floaty thing? There's a floaty thing. Oh my god, that rock is levitating underwater. It's a rock that defies gravity. No, it might just be a pumice stone. That's the other part, is that some pumice is actually light and porous enough to where it floats. And so we'll finish that off right there. Good. Even better. And now the question becomes, do we go through with the plan in sealing this off? I wonder if it needs to be connected to anything specific. Like if it has to be touching stone, or if you can just drop it. We could just try it right now, I guess, instead of pondering and wondering. I don't think it has to be attached to anything. I think that I could just put it right here as it pleases me. And indeed it doth please me. Now the downside here is because I had to put 1 titanium in right there. The downside of this whole thing is that now it actually has limited the amount of foundations that I can make. We're making a big-ass base, though. I like to live in luxury. If I'm going to be underwater in a hostile environment, I, at the bare minimum, want to have, like, some couches and love seats. I want to feel very, very comfortable. So what else can I do here? We don't have the titanium, but that corridor... Yeah, so it looks like there's something... No. You better stop. Mesmerize me. You better head back to Guild Wars. Ain't no mesmering happen right now. Let's catch another Reginald because they're delicious and they work for me. Delicious and nutritious, so don't be suspicious. When I grab you, I'ma give you lots of them stitches. I don't know how throwing's gonna give him stitches, but you know, it worked. I was gonna go for stabbing, but it seemed overly violent for a PG production here.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Understood. Overstood, in fact. What was that? Silver ore? Okay. A little bit more silver. Let's go back to the sea moth. I heard this gives me air now. Does it? Oh yeah, it regenerates your air nice and slow, but does it cost you energy? Oi! Oi! You better knock it off, you little prick. That's not okay. Alright, so now we need to figure out how in the hell we create those things that allow us... Like, I've seen other people have them in their videos where there are like these big square modules that you can build that are actually like little homestead areas, and that'll probably right over there. I think it was like a 4x2 or like a 5x2. What we'll more than likely end up doing over there is maybe... Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out in just a second. Either way, let me jump out of here. I'm going to take a look at some of the blueprints that I have, and let's see if we can actually like figure out what we need. So we have beacons. We have a constructor. It builds vehicles. Sea glide's not going to help us. A current generator, not going to help us. Storage cube, not going to help us. Grav sphere, probably not going to help us. A dive reel. No, none of these things look like things that are going to help. I remember there were like observatories or something that you could build. But maybe I have to have a fragment for it now? It seems vaguely possible. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to break off the episode. We got a lot of building done. I'm pretty pleased with what our progress was during this episode. I'm going to go look up where... I think we probably get it from a fragment or something, but I'm going to go look up what we need for the observatories so that we can sit them down on top of our foundation and live inside of them so that we have this nice little ecosystem that we can take a break inside of when we want to go to either the red or the mushroom biome. Once we've got that all locked down, I'll come back, record the next episode, and we'll be good to go. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Subnautica. It is a blast. I love this game so very, very much. I will see you all later. Hi-do. I'll see you next time.